According to 2021 statistics, Ferrari is ranked as the 10th largest car manufacturer, worth $52.21 billion through market capitalization. Despite this beautiful brand's fascination, some car enthusiasts know very little about Ferrari's rich history in racing. In today's video, we are talking about Ferrari's latest released photo of the car that will contest in next year's Le Mans Hypercar class in the World Endurance Championship. Perhaps no other car company has a richer heritage of racing at Le Mans than Ferrari, and now we can finally see the firm's new entry into the Le Mans Hypercar class for the 2023 event. But before we get into more details, don't forget that we have an interesting bonus fact for you at the very end of the video, so stay with us. 24 Hours of Le Mans. The 24 Hours of Le Mans is an endurance-focused sports car race held annually near the town of Le Mans, France. It is the world's oldest active endurance racing event. Unlike fixed-distance races, whose winner is determined by minimum time, the 24 Hours of Le Mans is won by the car that covers the greatest distance in 24 hours. The cars on this track can go up to 405 kilometers per hour. Racing teams must balance the demands of speed with the car's ability to run for 24 hours without mechanical failure. The race is organized by the Automobile Club de l'Oie. Scuderia Ferrari. Scuderia Ferrari SPA is the racing division of luxury Italian auto manufacturer Ferrari and the racing team that competes in Formula One racing. The team is also nicknamed the Prancing Horse in reference to their logo. It is the oldest surviving and most successful Formula One team, having competed in every world championship since the 1950 Formula One season. The team was founded by Enzo Ferrari, initially to race cars produced by Alfa Romeo, though by 1947, Ferrari had begun building its own cars. Racing history. From the late 1940s to the early 1970s, Ferrari competed in sports car racing with great success, winning the World Sports Car Championship 13 times. In 1953, the World Sports Car Championship was established. The Scuderia Ferrari, along with other manufacturers such as Aston Martin, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, began to enter multiple factory-backed cars in races, such as the Le Mans 24 Hours. With a potent lineup, Ferrari was able to claim 6 of the first 7 WSC titles: 1953, 1954, 1956, 1957, and 1958. This sports car championship included road races such as the Carrera Panamericana in Mexico, Mille Miglia in Italy, and the Sicilian Targa Florio. The 1970s was the last decade Ferrari entered as a works effort in sports car racing. With the introduction of the sports prototypes class, Ferrari developed the P-Series. After an uninspired performance in the 1973 F1 World Championship, Enzo Ferrari stopped all development of sports car in prototype and GT racing at the end of the year. Return to sports prototype. Ferrari cars were raced in a range of classes such as GT racing by other entrants, but not by the factory Scuderia Ferrari team. In the 1990s, Ferrari returned to sports prototypes as a constructor with the 333 SP with success, although Scuderia Ferrari itself never raced this car. In the 2010s, Italy's AF Corse and United States' Risi Competizione have competed with factory support in the GTE Pro/GT-LM class at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, European Le Mans Series, FIA World Endurance Championship, American Le Mans Series, and IMSA Sports Car Championship. The AF Corse won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in GTE Pro class 4 times, in 2012 and 2014 with the Ferrari 458 GT2 driven by Bruni, Fisichella, and Villander, in 2019 with the Ferrari 488 GTE driven by Pierre Guidi, Calado, and Serra, and in 2021 with the same car driven by Pierre Guidi, Calado, and Come Ledogar. The Ferrari 488 GT3 won the 2021 24 Hours of Spa with the Iron Lynx team and Ferrari factory driver Alessandro Pierre Guidi and Nicholas Nielsen, joined by Come Ledogar, and the 2017 12 Hours of Bathurst with a car ran by Maranello Motorsport and driven by Tony Villander, Jamie Whincup, and Craig Lowndes. Hypercar 2023. In February 2021, after revealing the first features of its LMH in the run-up to the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the veils are now being removed on the prototype that will take part in the top class of the FIA World Endurance Championship from 2023. This is a very exciting moment, eagerly awaited both by the people who worked on this project and Ferrari fans, said Antonello Coletta, head of Ferrari Attività Sportive GT. Being able to touch the result of many months of work, planning, and simulations gives us new energy and motivation. We are proud of what we have achieved, and although the LMH's masking during testing hides the car's volumes and styling, I think it is undeniably recognizable as a Ferrari. The last time Ferrari competed in the top class of the Le Mans race was back when it dominated the prototype 3000 class with a 250 GTO. In 2023, almost 50 years later, Ferrari will return to the famous race to compete in the same top class. We must remind you that the company will have to face fierce competition, as makers like Audi or Porsche can brag with no less than 12 and 19 wins respectively. Both makers will return for the 2023 season, but after shorter absences. What we know, not much has been revealed about the Hypercar yet. But we know that, as per LMH regulations, it must be a V8 engine combined with a mild hybrid system. During today's testing, Ferrari's engineers concentrated on checking the various propulsion and electronic systems. Of course, they said nothing about what the results were, but we know a lot more testing will follow. As for the exterior look, the spy shots reveal a long, low hypercar with a massive rear wing. The car also features huge front fenders that sit higher than the rest of the body, a massive splitter, and in general, a very wild body. We will see this LMH racer in action for the first time in March 2023 when the first WEC race begins. Driving the Ferrari that will return to the top endurance class 50 years since the last official participation was very emotional for me. We are only at the start and much work is ahead of us, but it feels very positive. I am proud and happy to have debuted the LMH, marking the beginning of a new adventure for Ferrari, Nicholas Nielsenin told an interviewer. Thank you for staying with us this far. Now it's time for the promised bonus fact. Ferrari is unique because of the tailor-made program that the company provides for its customers. Through the program, consumers can select tire treads, interior trims, accessories, finishes, and colors through Ferrari's unique studio, the Atelier Ferrari. How do you feel about Ferrari's much-anticipated return to LMH? Comment down below and let us know your thoughts. If you enjoyed the content, uplift the channel by hitting like, subscribe, and ring the YouTube bell to meet us again in the next video. Until next time!